Hello everyone, welcome back to another banner reaction. I'm DTM as always, and we have with us the Christmas banner for this year. And we did get the silhouettes, and oh boy, did it cause a stir. Honestly, when I first saw it, I thought the person on the right was Claude, which would have really surprised me because obviously we had Wind Claude very recently. But I've been hearing a lot of talk about it potentially even being Balthus, or maybe even Gangrel, although I don't think it's Gangrel. It'll be funny though. It would actually be really funny. And on the left, I've heard talks that it could be Yunaka, which I didn't see at first, but now looking at it, like, I can't unsee it. And if it is Yunaka, I am going to freak out. So yeah, a lot of things to be excited for. But yeah, let's get into this. As always, if you like the content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that jazz to help support the channel. Only takes 5 seconds to subscribe, but it truly does help us the channel a lot. And I really do appreciate all the constant support. And yeah, ooh, oh wow, this is really cool. I haven't actually seen this intro. Zappy went, okay, it's Yunaka. It's totally Yunaka. There's no way they'd put that here, right? You better not be trolling. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, she's finally in the game. She actually looks really good with this outfit. Like, oh, it's a horse calf. With Kanto max range, that's good. Flared Sparrow, that's good. Assassin Strike. Okay, so we had Occultist Strike previously. It'll be interesting to see what Assassin... wait, what? What does this do? Avoids foes who chase... Wait, what? Wait. That was... Are they, like, having, like... I'm so confused. What was that? Wait, what? Is that just, like, advice tips? Oh, okay, we have Winter Edelgard. What?
To forget about battle.
And it's it's a lance. Satoshi will be very happy for that about that. We finally complete the color, and it looks like she has attack defense prime. Okay, I was like, there's no way it's attack speed prime, right? And then Raging Tempest. Seems like it gives charge. Pierces her foes with the powerful specials and lays to waste to divine. Okay. I'm getting too distracted by these like pop-ups. I have no idea what these are. I'm assuming this is just like tips and tricks on how to use her. But as we can see, like the Edelgard, she does come with an extra action. It seems. Is Armor Blaze inheritable? I don't know. Okay, so we have Dimitri here as a demote.
I better be careful not to break any.
Axe Cav? Really? Wait.
What's next?
Is this a demote or no? Comes with attack speed prime 4, so I don't think it's a demote. That would be insane, having attack speed prime 4 as inheritable in the regular pool. His specials... Okay, I'm just going to ignore whatever they say. That's actually distracting me right now. Okay, so the harmonic we do know is probably going to be 3 houses. I'm assuming it's going to be 3 houses and engage. Just assuming by how this banner is laying out. Unless we get like a duo. Okay, wait, we have double Byleths.
Let's show them how it's
Okay, wait, this is a dual unit, not a harmonic, and it's also armored sword. Wait, this is the return of the Christmas armors. Weaving Fighter. I'm very interested to see what that does. That could be really spicy. Okay, we joked about in our podcast yesterday about having like double Corins as a duo. Apparently that is a precursor to what this is. Alright. Reduces damage from AoEs by 80% and does something with Hexblade, it looks like. Those are some armor stats. Again, we'll have to see what like the new beast skill does. Yeah, now we know. Yeah, that dual skill protects against AoEs, as we've seen. Okay, I guess there's just no Yeah, I thought it's the harmonicas today. Do we know who's the... Oh, we do have... Wait, is that Claude or is that... I think that's Claude as the D mode, I think. Or not the D mode, the Tempest Trials. Okay. Those like pop-ups like actually distracted me so much. Oh my goodness. That actually like messed up my mental. Like I was so confused of what those were, and I was like trying to read them really quickly. Yeah, my brain is now fried. It's kind of late. But yeah, I'm really, really happy Yunaka. Obviously, as an Edelgard fan, I'm also really happy Edelgard's here as well. The double Byleth is really interesting. I didn't think they would have that as a duo. I thought they would have like Owain and Odin first as a harmonic if they were going to do something like that. But yeah, we have Yunaka here with Silent Yule Knife. Let's go ahead and read this. Enables Kanto, dist max 3. We've seen this before with Kagero, I believe. Accelerate special trigger at start combat if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%. Grants all stats plus 5 to unit and grants bonus to unit's attack speed equals 9 minus number of allies adjacent to unit times 2. Minimum 0. Okay. Interesting. Neutralizes effects that prevent units follow-up attacks and neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit per combat. So we get offensive NFU and offensive tempo. And also, if unit initiates combat, reduces the percentage of foes non-special, reduces damage by X% skills by a percentage equals to X times 30, and reduces damage from foes' first attack by percentage equals X times 30 during combat. X equals number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiate combat, max 3. If any space within 2 spaces of unit has Divine Vein effects applied or counts as difficult terrain, excluding impassable terrain, the value is treated as 3. First attack normally means only the first strike. For effects that grants units attack twice, it means first and second strikes. Okay. And then we have the standard Dagger 7 effect, which they don't have it as the brackets, which is really interesting. Okay, so that was a lot, but a lot of this is just like clarifications of what it means. So to boil it all down, we have Slaying, we have all stats plus 5, we have attack speed plus 9, assuming 9 minus like how many allies are adjacent to you times 2. So like if you only have one ally adjacent to you when you initiate combat, it becomes 7. And as a dagger cav, you'll probably only have like 0 or at max 1 adjacent unit. So for the most part, you are going to get like attack speed plus 9 to this, which is obviously very, very strong, likes a lot of stats. We do get offensive NFU, offensive tempo, and then we get damage reduction, piercing, and damage reduction. So the damage reduction piercing is by a percentage based on how far you moved. So if you moved 1 space and initiated, that is 30%. You reduce the damage reduction by 30%. If you move 2 spaces, it's 60%. If you move 3 spaces, it's 30%. It's 90%. And that same percentage also applies for damage reduction onto yourself as well. That is a very easy way to think about it. There's a little wrinkle in that, like, if there are any spaces that are divine veins or quote-unquote difficult terrains, like trenches, that is within 2 spaces of Yunaka, she will automatically get that 90% damage reduction, piercing, and damage reduction for herself. And that is like what that long piece of text is like trying to clarify. Because obviously, getting through difficult terrain like trenches as a cav like means you expend a lot of your movement. So yeah, they just simplified that. And you get this damage reduction, piercing, and damage reduction for both brave hits. Which is, honestly, this is like really, really strong, right? Like we've seen Ninja Tsunaki have like a lot of power in being able to cut through damage reduction with her brave hits as well. Yunaka here does not have brave, but I do think she has a lot more consistent damage reduction piercing because obviously Tsunaki relies on having penalties on the enemy or the foes surrounding the target, which can be worked around more. This one, you know, she just has to move far and she gets it automatically. So yeah, which as a dagger cav is most likely the case anyways, especially on something like a cav line, right? We've talked about this in the podcast earlier this morning, and yeah, cav lines are coming back. And yeah, she's going to do a lot of damage, especially with this new B skill, Assassin Strike. So Assassin Strike initiates, if unit initiates combat, deals 7 damage to foe as combat begins. We've seen this before on Occult Strike. Inflicts speed def -4 on foe during combat, and deals damage equal to 20% of foe's defense excluding AoEs. So yeah, we have the pre-combat damage as in Occult Strike. We have the debuffs, more suited for physical daggers instead of magic, obviously. And then we have like the true damage based on foe's defense, which can help cut through a lot of the more bulkier units that you might face. And yeah, like, again, pretty much every dagger that's not infantry will probably really, really want this skill. Infantry, unless you have a way, I guess you do have lethality, but I think even if you're a dagger, you probably still want to go with like speed defense tempo 4, because obviously I think cutting through damage reduction is really, really important right now. And I think for daggers, I think you'd probably get more mileage that way if you're an infantry. Obviously, if you're not an infantry, though, the options are limited on the B, so Assassin Strike is probably the way to go for that. But yeah, Yunaka overall looking to be extremely strong. Like, she's basically like Win Kagura on steroids, basically. Yeah.
Dropped your gift.
Oh my goodness, I love that. That is the perfect crit quote. Oh my goodness, that is so amazing. That is so good. What? I'm sorry, I'm like geeking out over that crit line. That is so good. That is such a good line, because obviously like references her crit quote in Engage. Drop your guard. Wow. Okay. I am amazed. Anyways, we have Edelgard. Satoshi is going to be very happy about that. Let's go ahead and look at what this is. We have Black Yule Lands. Accelerate special trigger at start of combat if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, and unit initiates combat. Applies Divine Veins Flame on a 5 spaces in a line center on foe spaces, and on the 5 spaces behind those spaces, based on direction unit is facing, for 1 turn after those combat. Okay, so basically all that means, if you initiate combat, you apply flames. I think you saw that in the game. Like, I'm pretty sure 3 Hopes Edelgard did that as one of her like special moves, and I'm sure like she had like a gambit or something, tactics, whatever they're called, that did that as well. It's been a while since I played 3 Houses, to be perfectly honest, so I don't actually remember that, but it is thematic, which I really, really like. At start combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, inflicts attack defense -X on foe, X being 15 minus number of adjacent allies times 2, minimum 6. Okay, so obviously this is more aiming to be more player-faced, so ideally this will be a maximum of the -15, which is obviously really strong. Obviously, if you're going to use her as a save unit, this is basically, you're just going to get attack defense -6. Because obviously as a save armor, you're like, you know, pretty much always going to be adjacent to at least 1 or so, and probably a lot more, depending on like where the opponent hits you, obviously. But also you grant special cooldown count -Y to unit before units of attacks, Y being the number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiates combat, max 3. Okay, so having that special cooldown support is cooldown like effect is really, really nice. Obviously it can help proc all these specials, especially if you go the max 3 distance. We did see charge, so you probably should be able to do that relatively easy. Let's see. If foe is in a space where allied Divine Vein Reflex is 5, then the value is treated as 3. Okay, so yeah. If the foe is in the flames, then you like get all that special cooldown, and reduces the percentage of foes non-special, reduce damage by X% skill by percentage equals to 100 minus number of allies adjacent to unit times 30 during combat. Okay, that is actually really, really good. And also, if unit has weapon triangle advantage, or if foe is in a space where allied Divine Vein Flame is applied, neutralizes foes non-special miracle effects. Okay, so that is a lot, but basically, she applies divine vein flames, and she applies like two like columns of it, I believe. There'll probably be a demonstration in the video, but if you're alone, you can get attack defense minus 15 maximum. If you go max range, you can instantly charge armored blaze, if we can see here, and also if you're alone, you basically negate all damage reduction, which is obviously really, really strong. Again, as a save, it's less likely you'll be able to use this because you're generally like adjacent to a lot of people when saving. But when going in as a player phase unit, which again, Edelgard is like the one character like carrying player face armors on her back, the Atlas, if you will. This is going to be like insanely strong. Like, this might be the next iteration of Summer Edelgard, honestly. Like Summer Edelgard 2.0, but like a lot better. Now, the one thing that Summer Edelgard does have is Brave. Obviously, this Edelgard doesn't have Brave, so that might become an issue. But I do think that being able to get through damage reduction is a lot better effect. And applying the veins, of course. So yeah. What does Armored Blaze do? Boosts damage by 40% of unit's defense when special triggers. If foe range equals 1 and unit or foe special is ready or triggered before or during this combat, reduces damage from foe's next attack by 40% once by combat, excluding AoEs. Okay, so this is very similar to what skill was it? There was a skill like this. Was it Armored Flow? It was Armored Flow and Armored Beacon, yeah. Except those ones were more focused on range. This one is on melees, which I'm going to be completely honest, is not as good. Right? Like, the more important save is far save. But I guess, like, as an initiator, she actually works that really, really well. I'm going to be real, though. I think you'd probably want to replace this with Gale Force and go triple actions. Like, that's just me. We have Attack Defense Prime 4. This is probably very similar to Attack Speed Prime 4, so we don't really need to get over that. Now, what does Raging Tempest do? At start of turn, if unit HP is equal to 100%, or if any foes within 3 columns or 3 rows center on unit, grants unit can move 1 extra space and charge to unit for 1 turn. If number of allies adjacent to unit is less than or equal to 1, inflicts attack defense minus 5 on foe during combat, deals damage equals to 15% of unit's attack, excluding AoEs. And if unit initiates combat, grants another action to unit after combat. Okay, so this is upgraded Raging Storm, if you will. This is the Raging Storm 2 that Legendary Edelgard wished she had. But yeah, basically, not only do you get charge here, but you also get the extra movement, similar to a Brave Edelgard. You don't get the warping that you get with Brave Edelgard, like the Orders effect, but I do think charge is pretty much like for this Winter Edelgard specifically a lot better because, again, you want to be like a player-faced armor. And so, yeah, I do think charge is really good here. Obviously, the extra damage is really nice. And of course, we do have the Gale Force, which is really, really cool and really, really strong. And this is unconditional, honestly. As long as you're either 100% HP or there's a foe within 3 columns or 3 rows center on you. If I read this correctly. No. As long as if the number of allies adjacent to you is less than or equal to 1. Which, when you're player phasing, especially as an initiator, is fairly easy to do. So, yeah. This Edelgard is looking really, really strong. Like, again, I do think this is like Summer Edelgard 2.0. Summer Edelgard does have Brave, which obviously is really strong, but I do think in general, this Winter Edelgard is probably stronger because of her ability to get through damage reduction. That's the main thing. And having like charge just innately allows you to run like, I guess, defense res ploy 3, I guess. Theoretically, you can change that to, I don't know, maybe like a save, do like far save and go like just a different A, Or, I mean, you're probably going to go Fury, double Fury if you're going to do that. Actually, probably pair that with Valoria to be able to get Gale Force down that low. Yeah, I mean, basically, this is going to be acting very similar to Summer Edelgard. Basically, I think that's what the main thing here is supposed to say. Yeah, overall looking very, very strong. Okay, we do not. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of this special. I think you'd probably want to swap that to Gale Force and go triple action. Again, like, I think Armor Flow and Armor Beacon is just generally more useful because, again, far save is the more important save.
Accept it.
All right, we have Dimitri here.
I better be careful not to break any of the gifts.
All right.
What's next?
We did see he did come with Prime, but he's another Axe Cav. Like, we have another Axe Cav. Like, at least Edelgard had a new color. We now have full color Edelgard emblem. Anyways, Blue Yule Axe enables Kanto 2, accelerate special trigger at start of turn if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed +6 and no follow-up to unit for 1 turn. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants all stats plus X to unit, X equals 5 plus 50% of unit speed at start of combat, and grants special cooldown count -Y to unit before unit's first attack during combat, Y being the number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiated combat max 3. If number of bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonus, is greater than or equal to 4, then the value is treated as 3, and restore 7 HP to unit after combat. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, like, being able to instantly charge like the specials is pretty cool. I don't know, like, I don't think this is all that great, honestly. I mean, it's good, right? Like, he's definitely going to be a very strong unit and going to be like very strong. I guess you can do hit and run type things. Actually, I haven't finished reading. What does No Quarter do? Boost damage by X% of unit's attack when special triggers. If foes armored, X equals 40, otherwise X equals 30. If special triggers, neutralizes foes, reduces damage by X% effects from non-special skills. Okay. Oh, is this inheritable or is this a perf? Dimitri came with a perf. So I think this is going to be like the first melee damage reduction piercing special we've had, which is actually really important. And especially if we consider this is inheritable. Yeah, okay, so that is really strong combined with Blue Yule's Axe. Okay. I'm starting to see this. All right. Okay, what does a Barbarity do? This is the perf skill. So yeah, I believe No Quarter then should be inheritable. It will be interesting to see like who is able to inherit it. Like, is it limited to just sword, lance, axes? Are there other melees being able to use this? Is it just infantry? Because no, it can't be infantry because Dimitri is calves. Is it only calves? Is it calves flying? Like, what are the inheritance restrictions? We need to know. Okay, what does Barbarity do? At start of combat, if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, inflicts attack speed defense -4 on foe during combat, deals damage equal to 25% of unit's attack, excluding AoEs, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40% during combat. This includes Brave, and also after combat grants Vantage and Dodge to unit, and inflicts all stat smoke on target and foes within 3 spaces of target through their next actions. Okay. Again, these are all really good. So, like, this is going to act very similarly to, again, Summer Dimitri, basically. Except Summer Dimitri has Brave. Well, here, there are, like, the instant special proccing that can allow you to get through damage reduction, which is a thing melees haven't had. Like, we haven't had a melee special that can get through damage reduction until now. Again, we need to see what the inheritance restrictions of this will be, but Dimitri is definitely going to be packing a punch. Now, whether he will be able to compete with the likes of, say, like Tea Time Ira, Brave Crom, honestly, heck, even like Brave Seliph, who has started to fall off, like he's still like present in places. Will remain to be seen. Like, the one thing that Dimitri here lacks is extra range, right? There's no way to get extra movement on him just by himself, which is part of the reason why Brave Seliph was originally like super oppressive, why Ira can be super oppressive, etc. And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he compares with that. I mean, the main problem with like melee calves is that there's not really a good place in the meta right now. The main place I think you see melee calves is in like hit and run strats in Aetheryte's offense, which he can definitely do. He does have Kanto too, and he will be able to like, you know, go in with the damage reduction piercing, probably take out a very good unit, retreat back enough to allow for attack speed prime and all those bonuses with the vantage and the dodge to be able to do things. So he can be sort of like a more hit and sit type of unit, I guess. That would actually be really, really strong. So I think that's probably his play style, like hit and sit, basically. I'm not the biggest fan of hit and sit because, like, personally, I find it to be too inconsistent. But maybe Dimitri can make it work. Again, though, like melee calves don't have a lot of places to be able to be used. The same can be true to a certain extent to like range calves, but at least range calves have cav lines and can sometimes be used in summoners duels when the map allows, like Sonic has shown. So yeah, I don't think it's as strong as Yunaka or Edelgard as we've seen before, but you know, this Dimitri's still looking pretty good. Again, the main thing I'm really interested in about this is what the inheritance restrictions of no quarters will be. That's my main thing right now that I want to know. And yeah, with the panic smoke and all those smoke stuff, yeah, this is showcasing the hit and sit style. We got the vantage bonus, and we got the no quarter instant proc, and yeah. And now we have dual double Byleth. Again, no harmonic, which,
Let's show them how it's done.
again,
For the winter festival.
we've had double duos. Wait, when was the last harmonic? Was it? I can't remember. I think it was like tea time or something. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this sword armor. Holy Yule Blade. I started a special trigger. Unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. So we have DC. That's really good. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack defense res +5 to unit, grants bonus to units attack defense res equals to 20% of unit's res at start of combat, and neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, foe's attack can trigger foe's special, and unit's res is greater than foe's res +5, inflict special cooldown count +X on foe before foe's first attack. X being the number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiated combat, max 3. If unit triggers savior, value is treated as save, cannot exceed the foe's maximum special cooldown, At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 20% and foe's range equal to 2, neutralize effects that prevent units counterattack during combat. Wait, is this like a dragon, but like not actually? I think that's the theme here. Like, because we have Scowl, which has historically been like a dragon thing. And we also have the adaptive damage reduction that dragons have. So this is like a fake dragon. These Byleths are imposters. But obviously there's like a lore reason behind that. But yeah, anyways, we do get tempo. We have like a bunch of bonuses to stats as we've seen. We have DC, which is really, really strong. It frees up the A for if you want to do far save for stuff. And you have Scowl, which is honestly the main important thing. Scowl is one of the best one of the best defensive effects you can have as a tank right now, as it can, because like obviously there's so much power in specials these days that being able to deny that is very, very strong. And so as long as you out-res, you'll be able to get this. And as we've seen from Bridal Tiki, who is currently the best far save, this is really good. Let's see here. Now, one thing is that this doesn't actually like instantly procs her special, but the fact that it can be like, it's just +X, so it's depending on the movement. As long as they move at least one space, you should be able to get one that is decent enough to work. If they move 2 spaces, then both like say Windclawed and Brave Robin like is unable to get through it. Overall, like this is a pretty good for a save tank, which I did see far save on them, so that's cool. Okay, what does Supreme Heaven do? Boost damage by X% of units attack when special triggers. If in combat against Dragon or Beast foe, 50, otherwise 25. Interesting. That's sort of similar to Ruptured Sky. If special triggers neutralizes foes, reduce damage by X%. Effects from non-special skills. That seems to be the running theme with this. Just goodbye damage reduction. We don't need you anymore. This one is probably going to be a perf though. If foe's range equals to 2 and foe or unit special is ready or triggered before or during this combat, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 30%. Okay, so that's similar to Divine Pulse, which we know what it does. So yeah, overall, like I think this Byleth is looking to be like a very strong, honestly, very strong save unit. Probably in contention for top tier far save, I would say. Just looking at this. Okay, what does Weaving Fighter do? At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 20%, inflicts attack defense -4 on foe. Unit and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Reduces damage from foe's first attack by X%. Okay, so this is the upgrade to Wary Fighter, basically. If foe can make a follow-up attack, X equals 80, otherwise X equals 40, and reduces damage from foe's follow-up attacks by 40% during combat. And then this includes Brave. Yeah, and restores 7 HP to unit after combat. Okay, I just want to like point out that this parentheses, like clarifying what it means, what first attack means, literally takes up half of this description. Like, why? Okay, just say like includes brave attacks or something. Anyways, so yeah, this is the tier 4 version of Wary Fighter, essentially, specifically targeting attack and defense. So we do get those attack defense debuffs. Both of you and the foe cannot make a follow-up attack, which, again, we've seen this before in Wary Fighter. And then we have damage reduction. If the foe only hits once, you get 40% damage reduction. However, if they are able to hit twice, the first attack will have damage reduction 80%, and the second one will be 40%. So that is what all of that means, what the skill means. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Wary Fighter, never had been. The damage reduction is nice and all, but I wouldn't be surprised if the optimal build is still Hardy Fighter, right? Because, again, I guess you can run like Saval and Shield on the A. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. But I think you probably do like Hardy Fighter still, like the Hardy Fighter Aegis, I think. Although who knows? Maybe with Supreme Heaven, like it is actually worth to do to have Weaving Fighter. Like Weaving Fighter, like both you and foe not being able to make a follow-up attack can be very strong. It's just that a lot of people have like NFU type effects these days, and with Guidance 4 and Soaring Guidance, generally like it is very, very easy to just ignore these deny follow-up effects. So, and now all you're doing is denying yourself from being able to potentially follow up with like an auto double or something. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Weaving Fighter. I've never been a fan of Wary Fighter. So yeah, I will say the dual skill though is actually going to be very interesting because we did see that it did reduces the AoE damage.
Have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Grants defense res +6, reduces damage from AoEs by 80%, and Hexblade to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Grants the following effect to unit for 1 turn, neutralize effects against armored bonuses. Okay, so there's the neutralize armored bonus. Okay, that's cool. It wouldn't surprise me if we see folks using Saval and Shield anyways, because obviously this dual skill only lasts for 1 turn. Again, although in something like Summer Duels, 1 turn is potentially all you need to be able to like beat the team. So maybe this is enough. It also means, yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But this dual skill will probably be used very effectively. Like being able to negate AoEs for 1 turn is really, really strong. Hexblade is a very powerful effect. So yeah, honestly, Byleth again, probably in the running for top tier far save with all of this. Again, Scowl is still super strong, and yeah.
Almost done.
Let's be quick.
It's interesting that male Byleth in the lead. I guess like the quote-unquote canon one, because obviously it was male Byleth in the Emblem ring in Engage. And yeah, we have this here. We have the scowl effect.
Got you something.
And then we have the special procking. Very nice, very nice. All right, who is this? Is this Claude? Wait, whoops. I mean, it looks like Claude. Let's see. Okay, yes, it is Claude according to Reddit. Yes, Claude is the next Tempest Trials. Do we have art? I don't think so. I mean, oh no, we do have art. We don't know anything else though. Okay. Okay, the art's really cool. I mean, I always like the reindeers, so that's really cool. Yeah, overall, very interesting banner. Am I really going to summon for this? We have Yunaka and Edelgard here. Oh boy. I mean, Edelgard will be just super fun as a Gale Force unit. Again, I really like Gale Force. And Yunaka is seeming to be a very strong cav, especially for hit and run as well. Assassin Strike works really well. Whoops. Give me a second. Uh-oh. There we go. How long does this last? Okay, until the 14th of next year. So there's a lot of time, so that's good. But yeah, overall, like, again, Christmas banners. This one is looking to be pretty strong. I'm very excited for Edelgard being another powerful player phase Gale Force unit. That's always really good. Yunaka seeming to be a very strong Cav nuke, as if we haven't seen those already. With Assassin Strike just having more inherent skills. The dual Bioliths are probably in the running for best, for like top tier far safe. Probably competing against Bridal Tiki. So obviously that's really strong. Dimitri, I'm a bit less high on just because of the fact that he's an Axe Cav. But you can definitely he'll probably be good. But yeah, overall, very, very interesting banner. Very excited banner, honestly. Like, again, Yunaka, I was so happy when like she's in the game. And finally, still don't have her base version though. So I'm still supporting her for CYL 8. And obviously, I'm a very huge Edelgard fan, so really happy we have Edelgard here as well. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on this banner. And yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that jazz to help support the channel. Only takes 5 seconds to subscribe, but it truly does help us channel out. I really do appreciate all the constant support. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts on this banner is and whether or not you're going to summon. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and see you all next time. Bye, everyone.